Shalom, shalom. It's your brother Jacob here again, making another video here for you today. May the love of Yeshua be with you all. Today, it's going to be a very, very quick message. I just want to speak about Matthew 25 and verse 33. And we read, and Yeshua, it says, shall set the sheep to his right hand and the goats to the left. Now, why I'm bringing this up is because we here are his sheep. We rejoice in his name. When we hear his name and we hear Yeshua, it sounds good, it resonates well within my soul, and I think, well, thank you, that's all I needed to hear. But when you tell people it's Yeshua, they get upset and angry. It could be your brother, your mother, your auntie, anybody, your mum, your husband, your wife, and they don't like it. They don't like his name, they don't like anything about him. And then they start giving you a hard time, and they go, look, don't talk to me about God anymore, especially you. Don't talk to me, you're too much. Do you know why? Because when we serve the Most High, Yeshua, the one that was nailed to the cross, he's got commandments. Do you know what his commandments are? One of the commandments, and it's in the fourth position, it says, remember to keep the Sabbath holy. If you don't keep the Sabbath, that is the difference between me and my brother. This is the difference between me and my mother. Because I now have realized that I follow God's laws to the best capability that I can, and the difference between me and them is the Sabbath. But I love Yeshua, and I'm ready to listen to everything he says. So then we turn the pages, it says these foods are clean, these foods are unclean. You'll find that in Leviticus 11. These foods and the dietary requirements are still made for today because God does not change. And I think that will be Malachi 3 verse 6. God changes not. So he doesn't want to put things in the Bible to trick you later on and go, no, it's gone away with. You might be reading Paul's writings wrong. Not that Paul is wrong. You're reading Paul's writings wrong because the Apostle Peter tells you that you might be reading them wrong, and you'll find that in 2 Peter chapter 3 and verse 16. It says the unlearned, the unskilled read all of Paul's writings to their own destruction. So now you've made known that, gone is the Sabbath, we can eat whatever we want. You're actually to your own destruction. Not what I'm saying, it's in the Bible, find it for yourself. God does not change. We as servants of God have to keep his commandments, all 10 of them. Don't remove the fourth, keep it there. And if you keep it there, you'll realize that it's the Sabbath that we're supposed to keep. And the ones that are protected right to the end are the ones that obey and listen and are scared of God. Not scared of man. I'm not scared of you. I'm not scared of my brother. I'm not scared of my mother, my father, anybody. I'm scared of God. Because I'm ready to lose it all, even to my death. Because if I die, I'm to gain life, eternity with him. It's the most beautiful story for me. And this is what I teach my children. But if you keep doing this, guess who your enemies are? Let's read it in Matthew 10 and verse 36. And a man's foes, plural. Foes means, if you look it up, enemy. So I'll read it again. A man's enemies, plural, shall be of their own household. Your enemies are within your house. There's going to be bickering, brother versus mother, brother versus sister, mother, auntie, all of mother-in-law versus daughter-in-law. You're going to be arguing within your family. Are you ready to see this? Because you've got to be spiritually ready. And then what will happen is, as you're getting there, and you're getting fiery too because you're a human being, this could happen to me, to anybody, then you will look like you're the bad one. But in actual fact, it's them that are bad because they don't obey the laws of God, and they twist all the writings and make you look like it's your fault. And I say this video because it happens to me daily. but rejoice because God is within you. Who could be against you? And whoever's against you, guess who they serve? The guy downstairs, because they don't even know Yeshua. If you went there, example, me to my brother's house, and you talk to him about Yeshua, and he rejects, he goes, don't you ever talk to me about God in my house. Don't talk to my kids. You've got your own kids. You do this, you do... At the end, you're only trying to tell them the truth, and they're rejecting it at all costs. So then you got to take a couple steps back and look at that and think that, what God do they serve? And it's not the same God as you. They can say it with their mouth, but their heart is so far, because they'll be rejoicing. They'll be saying, tell me more. But because they're not on the same page as you, the same spiritual walk as you, they've denied Christ. Guess what they're going to do to you too? They're going to deny you, and they're going to tell you, good luck, see you later, bye-bye. Your own family. But rejoice when you see this. Be happy. I know it's something sad that's going to happen, but I need everyone to understand that this is what's written in here. And I get like sometimes emotionally attached to all this because it happens to me. But I want you to know, if it happens to me, it will happen to you, it will happen to everyone. Rejoice, because these are the signs of the end. Anyway, I say all these things, and I pray that this message is heard everywhere, and it will touch someone's heart somewhere that really needed to hear this. But rejoice, because you're in that part of the world, and I'm part here, and someone's part there, because we're focusing on Yeshua, because he's the way, the truth, and the light of the world. We're not allowed to do our own sort of thing to get to what we think is going to do and be the best option for us and our family. We've got to remain humble, remain faithful to Yeshua, and especially now when you're talking about his name and people, family members reject you and they get angry, let them be, wipe your feet, because your own enemies have always been from your own household. It could be your brother, your mother, your sister, your brother, your auntie, your grandfather, your grandmother. And I say this again with much shalom. Shalom, shalom, and go make disciples of men, and may the love of Yeshua be with you and your families. And anyone here that's an enemy of Yeshua and his commandments and his teachings, and that he is the Messiah, the Most High. Messiah means the Anointed One. If you're an enemy of him, may you have no rest until you find him and his Sabbaths. Shalom, shalom.